everyone, how are you? Welcome to my channel about makeup. In this video I'm gonna talk to you about which products of makeup and skincare I would buy if I was a beginner makeup artist who is just starting with collecting their makeup kit. And I will cover two categories: low budget products that are really good quality despite their price, and high-end pricey products that are worth every cent and work great for me as a makeup artist and help me with my work a lot. So if you're ready, let's go! First of all, I would buy some tools that really help me with my work. First of all, a makeup palette in any makeup brand, what is just more convenient for you. Then I would buy some powder puffs like these ones and a makeup blender. I use it very often, almost in every makeup. And finally, I would buy a pencil sharpener. It's just important for me personally that it's closed like this. It really saves time when you need to quickly sharpen your pencils. And now let's start with the makeup. So first of all, I would buy a skincare set. And the first product I would buy is a skin toner. I have these two products here. The higher end is Charlotte Tilbury Glow Toner, and on the cheaper side, Beauty Bay skincare toner with vitamin C. This product polishes the skin, takes care of the dryness, and gives this beautiful inner glow, so the skin looks really healthy. Next product is a skin serum. Usually I use it only when I have enough time, but if I'm short on time, I usually skip it and go directly to moisturizer. But I would buy this serum from CAUDALIE. It's VINOPURE complexion correcting serum for radiance and for working with dark spots. And this Beauty Bay Renew and Smooth serum also works really well with the skin glow and skin health. And the serum is a product that hydrates deeply your skin and prepares it for makeup so that the makeup products don't make it dry. Next, as a moisturizer, I would buy CAUDALIE moisturizer from this hydrating pink series and a Beauty Bay moisturizer with oatmeal. Both of these creams give extreme hydration to the skin. I cannot explain how well the skin feels with them. And they both work really well with the further makeup products. Primer, concealer, foundation, etc. As a primer, I would buy two types of primers. First of all, for the glowing effect on the skin. In the higher end category, this is Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. And in the budget category, there are two products that are very similar and much cheaper. This one is Glow Filter from Beauty Bay and Soft Glam Filter from Catrice. And they have different shades. I would take two shades depending on the general skin tone you work with, either light and medium if you work with lighter skins, and medium and deep if you work with darker skins. And the second type of primer I would buy is a Radiance or Grip primer that would just work as a good base to foundation, give additional hydration to the skin. I would also buy a lip care product, lip balm, lip mask or lip cream. Then I would buy two types of foundation, a soft matte foundation and a glowing hydrating foundation. The first one I would choose Hourglass and NYX Blur, bear with me, and for the second one I would choose Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin versus NYX Born to Glow. A matte foundation for photography, for events, for brides, and a glowing, more hydrating foundation for everyday life, for nude makeup, and also for brides, photo shoots, because there can always be a different request and a different task for the makeup. So these two types of foundation would really work the base. You can make a matte skin, you can make a glowing skin, you can mix them and have something in between, something glowy but more long-staying due to being matte. And I would buy 2 or 3 shades of foundations, starting from fair to medium and maybe dark medium or deep. Here you need to see what shades of skin you work the most. In this makeup I will apply a soft matte foundation. On the right side I have Hourglass and on the left side NYX Bear With Me Blur. I would also buy a soft matte concealer and a color correcting cream palette. My top favorites high-end concealers is this one from Hourglass. It makes a totally airbrushed skin and covers all the discolorations. And there is a budget alternative from Catrice. Absolutely fantastic matte concealer as well, and does everything the same and stays very well, but I would say it's a bit more hydrating than the Hourglass. And the color correcting palettes, the higher level is from Makeup Forever. It's a professional makeup brand, and Pro Makeup Laboratory, it's also a professional brand, but in a more budget price segment. And if I am working with a face that has dark purple circles or brown pigmentations, I would just take the color from the palette and mix it in the concealer and do pinpoint correction. In my makeup, I'm only gonna use concealer under my eyes in the center of the face, and if I had any rednesses, I would also use it locally on the rednesses. Then, if I want to do a cream highlighter, blush, bronzer, contour, I would buy these Beauty Bay products from the budget side and Makeup Forever palette from a higher end side. Both products have universal, very beautiful shades that fit many skin shades. Beauty Bay are very budget, and you can buy 4 colors or 3 colors of blush, 2 highlighters, cooler and warmer one, and 2-3 bronzers. And the Makeup Forever palette has really all the shades you need for basic makeup on any skin tone. And if I had even more budget, I would buy Danessa Myricks Color Fix products. These ones are long-staying and self-fixing, and then I would actually buy many shades instead of a Makeup Forever palette. Next, I would buy a fixing powder. It can be loose or can be compact, this doesn't matter. The compact ones are more long-staying and more fixing. The loose ones I like more for photo shoots or as a finishing touch in combination with the compact one. It depends on the situation, but I would choose these 2 products. The budget one is True Skin from Catrice, mineral loose powder with hyaluronic acid. It's matte, but it doesn't dry out the skin. And Makeup Forever is a classic Ultra HD micro finishing loose powder. It's perfect for camera, I absolutely love it. And I always first apply it with a brush, and then I apply it with a puff under the eyes with just slightly touching motions. If I was looking at powder, blushes, bronzers, contours and highlighters, on the budget side, I would choose Wycon. It's an Italian brand. It's budget, but partly professional, at least positions like a professional. And on the higher end side, I would buy a customizable palette from MAC, and I would fill it with different powder products from MAC, from Inglot, and from Makeup Forever. In this makeup, I used all the products from my customizable palette on the higher end side, and on the budget side I also used Wycon bronzer and Kiko highlighter. These are 2 of my favorite powder products as well. This is if I wanted matte powders. And I would also buy glowing powder products for a more glow and look. They are great not only for a glowing blush or bronzer look, they are also great for blending out the edges of a matte product if you didn't apply something evenly, if you by chance put a spot. These glowing particles will perfectly blend out everything and it will look flawless, absolutely flawless. The products I really like for this purpose are Hourglass Ambient Palettes. They have amazingly tiny glowing particles in these powders, and they give such a nice light reflection effect. The skin visually looks more even, and the glow and health is just what it brings. And a new product recently launched in a more budget price segment is NYX Butter Melt. They have Butter Melt blush, Butter Melt bronzer. I think they have highlighter and contour as well. You could just buy a few shades, partly warm, partly cool, and you have the full set for any skin tone. And another important note, working with a palette that has everything in it is much easier, and you save a lot of time when you have highlighters of few shades, blushes in cool and warm tones, and bronzers and contouring correctors. So keep this in mind, palettes with different products inside are amazing, and the customizable ones are just so perfect for makeup artists. You can choose whatever you want and put it in one place and work really fast. And now let's move on to the products for the brows. Out of 1,000 options of different brow products, I would choose brow soaps or brow wax, tinted brow gels, individual brushes for the brows, and by the way mascara also, because I like working clean. And if I had to choose one favorite brow product, it would be brow soap from Inglot or its budget version, a very similar product from Beauty Bay. Next, pencils for the brows. I'm a big fan of micro pencils like many artists, but if you want to go a bit more high-end, which I honestly don't recommend for pencils because they finish so fast when you are a makeup artist, but if you want, you can get a Dior in number 2. It's just perfect shade for blonde girls. It's so delicate and beautiful, and the texture, even though it's not a micro pencil, when you sharpen it, it's perfect for drawing micro hairs and filling in the color where it's missing. And I'm a big fan of Beauty Bay micro pencils. They are very cheap, but they do the job really well. You can also check out NYX, you can check Vivienne Sabot, and like almost in every makeup brand you can find a micro pencil. Just buy 3 or 4 shades, from light brown, taupe, blonde one, and a dark brown, and you will be able to work with any brows, any shade of the brows. And there are 2 more products that I use only sometimes for the brows that are really thin or that have like huge space that lacks color. And this is a cream product, it's called Brow Liner Gel. It's from Inglot. And finally, sometimes I use eyeshadows or special brow shadows to fix the pencil if I see that it doesn't really stay well. These products can actually paint very long staying and very realistic looking brow hairs for you. So these were the products for the skin and brows that I would buy for a beginner makeup kit. If you want to know about the eye products and lip products and want to see how I did this makeup, please check it in the next part 2. And I wish you all the best and thanks for watching. Bye bye!